Nico.
Well, I think there are broadly two conclusions that we can come to from Partygate and Lara's investigation and the kind of general apparent hypocrisy which we've seen from Neil Ferguson through to Cummings and Hancock and so on. And one is either that government is not fit to govern and to lock us down because it's hypocritical, and you can't, certainly in Britain, be a hypocritical authoritarians, or you might conclude that they wanted to prolong the pandemic measures because they were lining their pockets and so on. Not a view I go with particularly. Or you might go with a view that they were inducing fear in the population, manipulating the science, policy-led evidence, as we call it, and generally acting in bad faith for reasons that we could go into, and that as such we shouldn't have gone along with the measures they put in place. We shouldn't have taken them seriously, and we should have been given the degree of freedom that they granted themselves to decide for ourselves about what was appropriate. And for the next year or more, there will be stories coming out, which the BBC are now publishing, Jeremy Vine and others. Everybody's going to be telling the stories about the awful things that happened during lockdown. Now, you can, of course, justify those things, but I think, like the Iraq War, the stories that will come out will be put into complete proportion, or the benefits of lockdown, if there were benefits, which I'm sure there were. And that's not the conclusion which people in the media, and to be honest, in this discussion, we've been coming to, that these measures were not only unscientific, badly thought out and inappropriate and not proportionate to the impact that they'd have on the economy, on healthcare, on children's education, on social life. And I think we in the media need to be looking at that side of the question.
Yeah, I think
you could say Starmer should have been in power because he's a more controlled authoritarian. Now, I don't think that's the case. I think we should have been trusted by government in the way they trusted themselves to make decisions about what was safe for them, the people they cared for, and for the wider population.
And strangely, I think that this is obviously the play they're going to go for now, which is, okay, you in your little Westminster media bubble, you can fret about parties and checkers. In the big picture, have we made the right difficult call most recently over Omicron and COVID restrictions? Did we get the Brexit decision delivered? Oddly enough, that would be, I think, the position. And I